Probably remember 8675-3009. Good news there. If you're my age, you probably also need to do some cancer screening and some other kind of screening and all that. That's part and parcel. And I gotta say, I'm so appreciative that I live in the age that I do. And hang on a second. Stop sharing. Did that wrong. Hit the window. And that I'm probably gonna live a lot longer than my forefathers will because of the health care and all that stuff. And yeah, we can always talk about the vaccines if you're anti-vax or pro-vax or whatever. Not really relevant. What's really relevant is that we now have the knowledge and expertise to make us live longer through better food, better exercise, not drinking as much, not smoking as much, living a less stress-free life. And yeah, so here's, I don't know if you knew this or not, but that number that I started off with, the song from 1981 from Tommy Tutone, 8675309, now goes into a cancer support line. So if you do come up with cancer, and by the way, fuck cancer. If you do come down and have cancer, I have some good friends that have passed away because of cancer. And anyway, they mentioned here in this article that the fact that that number now points towards a cancer support line, they're very excited and happy about it. For years, it didn't go anywhere, just so you know. And if you have cancer, if anybody else has cancer, tell them 8675309 and tell them Jenny sent you. Yep. The performer, I don't know which one is. One of the performers are now 78 years old. Crazy, right? Boy, I tell you, just dating myself all over the place. And if you have cancer, I hope the best for you. Okay, more sellers are testing the market. I don't see it as a huge, gigantic wave of new sellers, but there's people that are coming back. There is a surge, but that was expected. We talk about this every year. We see the numbers come in and the numbers come out. I gotta hide this real quick. We see the numbers come in January, and then we see. So it's not really news. I think it's just part and parcel of, yeah, we're seeing this happen and everything's talking about. And you could talk about the minutia of change in every little area and nuance and however you want to slice up that piece of pie. Point is, we're in March, in the middle of the selling season. March, April, May is our selling season. I got to tell you, it's been disappointing so far, just to let you know. I think we can see more houses on market. It would be great if we could drop rates a little bit, not enough to surge prices, but enough to bring in more buyers. I think the last couple of years have been suffering from artificially inflated pricing, and now we're coming into normalization. And I think that's so. Is it something that's going to change drastically? No, I think it's just another press release Redfin threw out there, and that article is kind of garbage, but I wanted to point it out. Housing wealth continues concentrating among older demographics. New first-time home buyers, it's crazy, right? It used to be 20s because, you could buy a house for $20,000. There's the house I'm selling right now in Feld, this one right here. All the neighbors came by and I met a couple of originals and they told me, yep, we bought our house for $27,000. And we liked it because it backed up against a creek and all this other stuff. I don't know if this one backs up against the Almaden Creek. And it's awesome, right? Today, it's hard. I don't know any 20-year-old that could afford to buy a house unless they landed into it or they grew up rich. Most 20-year-olds, probably even 35-year-olds aren't thinking about it unless they get a high-paying job or a LinkedIn or whatever. Yeah, absolutely. But it's been pushed out. And that means that the demographic of aggregate wealth has been pushed out to older folks, my age and older. And those that did the right thing and bought homes and stayed in their homes and didn't really pull the equity out, they're in their comfort seat now. I talked to a lot of different people. I know a lot of people walked away from their home in 2008 and 2009, and they're struggling to this day. And I'm lucky that I stayed in my house because I was thinking about jumping out too because I didn't know. I thought we were in a free fall. We just held on to it, and the market came back, and I'm happy for that. Your parents probably do not have. There's like 80 and change percent do not have a mortgage on their house unless they pull some money out to go on vacation or do an upgrade in their house or they moved. But if your parents are still living in the childhood home that you lived in, that you grew up in, there's a pretty good chance that there's no mortgage on that house. So just keep that in mind. The rules and regulations that we have around taxes and tax bases and who you pay, it's all wrapped up into a nice little presentation that I have. And if you want to learn more about different options, give me a call. Number's right there. Not 8675309. It's 247 2427. I'm not going to do it. All right. Anyway, go. I did want to talk about popular sites where your ads appear. Guys, I advertise on homes.com, which is an advertisement aggregator for your listing. When I put your house on the MLS, it doesn't just go to the MLS, it goes everywhere. I didn't realize Daily Caller was far right. Didn't know anything about it because I don't really give a shit about politics. But you have the Daily Mail, and I think that's centrist. And there's some ones that are on the left, some are on the right, but I don't really care. But the point is that it's not just the news outlets, right? It's Parade, it's T-Mobile, it's Evite, all over the place. And yeah, your ad will be advertised everywhere. I heard that it was advertised on Spotify. Yeah. Crazy. So you want to be everywhere all the time and get millions of, well, not millions, but tens of thousands of eyeballs. The best way to do it is advertise on homes.com with an agent who already runs through it. Okay. This is what you get for $2 million in Santa Clara County. Forest Ave, not my listing. It's in Santa Clara, California. $2 million, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,300 square feet. Built in 1955, right there off of the Winchester development, in case you want to know where it is. And that is Valley Fair and Santana Row. So you're kind of walking distance, but not really. And then let's see, let's take a look inside. It's nicely updated, not remodeled. Those are early 2000 colors on the cabinets. Yep. And looks like they just put the new polished brass fixture. They updated with nice lights. The bathroom was recently redone. I don't know how long ago they did that remodel, but it's a nice house. Small backyard for Santa Clara, but standard, you have the power lines going on there. And thank you, Mr. or Mrs. Agent, for putting the floor plan on there. Right? All of my houses have floor plans. It's just a standard thing. You don't really get a choice. There you go. All right. What you get for $1 million. This is on Clifton Ave in San Jose, 95128. If you want to know where it is, it's in, what is it called? Burbank. It's Buena Vista. This whole area is Burbank. That's what it's called. Valley Fair is right there. We just talked about the other one that was there. And this is your house. Wow. Blank slate. I don't even know what this is. You can't call it Craftsman or maybe Bungalow. Let's see what it is. 1,000 square feet, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, built in 1932. That's a bungalow. Yeah. And they redid the front. The front probably had siding or wood clapboard of some sort in 1932, and then they updated it. And yeah, this is an older kitchen. It's still within the 2000s, but this whole style of cabinets, not anymore. It's more like a 2000s. Nothing wrong with it. I think I like it because it has a cabinet and you have the stainless steel. It's a nice galley kitchen, so it's a little tight. What I would have rather have had is, let's see if they have, no. How come you don't put floor plans on? It's so simple, so easy. And you have a nice orchard back there. Probably put a garage in there of some sort, but you're still struggling with size. For $1 million, 3-bedroom, 1-bath. It's not so bad of a deal. And again, you're walking distance to, it's kind of a hike, but probably 2 miles to Valley Fair. All right. And then nothing else changed. I haven't updated the Thursday numbers because this is every month, but we're still in a seller's market. All right. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Go to my